Let's bring in Fox News contributor, media critic, Joe Concha. What's up, Joe?
I didn't know I had nipples till about 5 minutes ago. Whose decision was this? Goodness gracious, would have worn a coat or something. Anyway.
Well, Jesse Waters just did a segment on somebody breastfeeding a cat on a plane. So this is like
I saw that.
Cat.
So you can do that now.
My wife plays it on a loop. Anyway, what are we talking about?
Not this.
Well, not this at all, but I saw, we all got the alert on our phone. One of the first guys I thought of was you, because you cover the media so well. Yesterday, CNN just went out and finally did it. It was an indefinite suspension.
Yeah.
Chris Cuomo now fired.
Amazing. It was like that scene at the end of Godfather 2, the fishing scene, where that guy gets whacked and he doesn't know what's coming. What was the name of that character again? Starts with an F.
It's Fredo.
Fredo, right. So
all things
Fredo doesn't know what's
mafia, all
coming.
things mafia, you can go to Will. It's this weird quirk about the guy. He loves all this stuff.
Good for you. We're watching Goodfellas later on a plane or something like that. Yeah, look, 3 things did in Chris Cuomo.
Yeah.
Ego, hubris, and a complete lack of a moral compass. Like brother. And quite frankly, this should have happened a long time ago. We knew all of this already. Just when those text messages came out, showing him attempting to smear credible accusers of sexual harassment against his brother, that should have been the end in August. Finally, CNN gets around to doing this, and it's hard to see Chris Cuomo working in the broadcast news business again.
So why now?
Why now? Because those text messages came out from the Attorney General showing him. So it's no longer like his word versus somebody else's word. It's on
Was
paper.
it the internal dynamic that was the tipping point? Was it because he's been lying to viewers and misrepresenting things for a long time. Was it the bosses that were crossed? Is that why?
Oh, I think because he became so toxic, right? And I spoke to a very prominent female host there, and she said there's no way that he survives this. She told me this earlier this week, because internally he's not even liked at this point. And how do you explain to female staffers or females watching that network, we brought Chris Cuomo back after he did this, right? But then I was thinking, well, Jeffrey Toobin got a second chance.
Thank you.
Right?
You know,
Gross.
I mean, amazing.
Yes.
Hands down, one of the better legal analysts on the network, but you would think that he wouldn't get a comeback at this point. I'll be here all week.
You brought up an interesting parallel. You talked about the governor, the former governor, and his brother, the former CNN anchor. The Babylon Bee had a fascinating tweet about this. They said the following. They put up this headline: unemployment rate among Cuomo brothers rises to 100%. But I don't want to bury a nugget that you just said that I found fascinating. You said you do not think that Chris Cuomo will work in the news business again. I want to follow up on that. As you point out, everyone's pointed out, Jeffrey Toobin is back, not just back, but back on CNN.
Yeah.
People come back, Joe. The reason they don't come back, or the only reason we've found yet, is egregious sexual harassment allegations, a la Matt Lauer. I was fascinated in CNN's statement. They said additional information led to this decision.
Right.
What is that additional information? Why do you think Chris Cuomo will not be back in the news business?
To your first point, Will, Brian Williams, I said at the time, there's no way this guy could come back for saying he was getting shot at in Iraq, saying he saw bodies floating down the French Quarter, and yet he actually kind of got a promotion. They gave him a full hour on MSNBC as opposed to a half hour he had before. But that additional information, I wonder what that is. I'd only be speculating at this point, but that seemed to be the tipping point here, I guess, in addition to the text messages that we talked about. Either way, think back to March, April, May, June of 2020. Keeping up with the Cuomos was a thing, right? This was the most famous duo we've seen since Milli Vanilli, or at least the cheesiest anyway. And now the brother had to resign, and the other brother got fired.
He was going to run for president. I mean, that was the tune
absolutely.
right there in that moment.
Replace Joe Biden at the top of the tipping, right?
And now you have this statement from Chris Cuomo yesterday. This is what he said in reaction to being fired. He said, "This is not how I wanted my time at CNN to end, but I've already told you why and how I helped my brother. So let me say, as disappointing as this is, I could not be more proud of the team at Cuomo Primetime and the work we did as CNN's #1 show in the most competitive time slot." Yeah, I owe them all and will miss that group of special people who did really important work.
Yeah.
2 things on that. One, we acknowledge that it's #1 amongst small audiences.
Right. It's like being the skinniest kid at Fat Camp.
Yes.
Correct. Thank you. Yeah, Kennedy actually was quadrupling him towards the end.
Yeah.
In 9 o'clock. So yeah, #1. What does that mean on CNN? But go ahead.
No, it's true. But ultimately, the part that I don't understand is what is the Is he out for sure? And is this indicative, or not is he out for sure, is this indicative of lineup shakeup too? Because we've heard other rumors that CNN, bought by Discovery, may want to go in a different direction. Does this signal they may do that?
The number one shareholder in that particular purchase is John Malone. And he said he wants to see CNN get back to being a news organization like Bernard Shaw way back when, right? So you got to think that if he's the number one guy in terms of power, and he wants this, and he actually praised Fox News while saying CNN has to start doing their jobs again. Yeah, I think you're going to see several shakeups at this point, given they've lost nearly 8 in 10 of their viewers since the beginning of the year. That is very hard to do. The question is who replaces
10 of their viewers since the beginning of the year?
Yeah, 80% of their audience in primetime is gone. How do you do that unless,
crazy.
You're not doing something right? You used to cover sports. I used to cover sports. The manager gets fired at that point, right?
Yeah.
Players are traded, and that's what has to happen. Now, at 9 o'clock, we're hearing Jake Tapper may jump in there. Jim Acosta, the CNN chief media critic, is apparently lobbying for that particular job. What you don't see at CNN at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock is a female host. You see them on this network. You don't see any there. I wonder why that is, guys.
That's fascinating.
I need to move on to another topic because we're running out of time here. So the media is saying, and this is the Washington Post, that the media treats Biden as badly as Trump. And here's the proof. My colleagues in the media, this is an op-ed in the Washington, my colleagues in the media serving as accessories to the murder of democracy after a honeymoon of slightly positive coverage in the first 3 months of the year. Biden's press for the past 4 months has been as bad as and for a time worse than the coverage Trump received for the same 4 months of 2020. Now, I'm going to tell you, I wanted you on set for that first story. I wanted Donald Trump on the set to answer this, but we got you, Joe. What do you make of that?
I look at studies, right? And study after study, whether you look at Pew Research, whether you look at Media Research Center, you go down the list. Donald Trump received 93% negative coverage from CNN, New York Times, Washington Post, ABC, CBS. You pick it, he did. Joe Biden doesn't remotely receive that sort of coverage. And the premise of that story was, well, we're not covering the positive things that Joe Biden's doing enough. Oh, we should say that 30-year highs in inflation is positive, gas prices are positive, the border is positive, Afghanistan's positive, education's positive, crime is positive. What positive thing do you want to talk about?
and Joe, and just to put a button on that, Donald Trump got that 91%, 93% negative coverage as he was overseeing the best economy in American history.
A lot of good things to talk about under Trump, no question, but they focused on the rhetoric instead of the results.
But they wrote it too. They said, democracy dies when we don't give Joe Biden the positive coverage he deserves.
What the heck is that?
Yeah, Dana Milbank is a former MSNBC guy. That's all you need to know about that. Anyway, we got to go, guys. He's literally shivering right now.
I love when he wraps himself.
I know, he's just ready. Just do our job.
We got to go, but
Anyway,
what do you got to go do?
guys.
I mean, you always got something.
Where are you going?
Eggs and kegs, of course.
Eggs and kegs.
Oh, yeah. Jets Dolphins Day at MetLife Stadium in the
that'll be
Meadowlands.
thrilling.
So about 8:35 or so, I'll be knee deep in Busch Light.
You better be to make that game fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Dolphins, Jets.
Yeah. Why not?
Football funeral.
I got paid to take the tickets. I didn't even have to pay for them. Please take these guys. Gotta go.
Oh, always entertaining, Joe Concha.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for being
Bye.
here.